talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
Welcome to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Big shout out to the sponsors of the channel, my boy Fast Classic. His mixtape is in the description box. It is absolutely free. Definitely give him a download, give him a listen. And my boy Matt, definitely check his apparel out on IG at We All From. October 26th, Reading, PA, which is about an hour from me. Main event, Erickson the Hammer Lubin is going to be going up against Terrell Gausha in the main event. And this is a damn good fight. This is a damn good fight. And before I even get started on this, PBC be listening to my videos. I firmly believe that they've been listening to my videos. I'm gonna tell you why. I dropped the video not that long ago in terms of Julian J. Rock Williams and who he should fight next. This was right after Jarrett Swift Hurd said he wasn't going to take the rematch with Julian J. Rock Williams. And I put a video out and I said, who should be the replacement opponent for Jarrett Swift Hurd against J. Rock Williams? And one of the names I mentioned was Terrell Gausha. And the other name I mentioned was Kell Brook. So I mentioned Terrell Gausha because I felt like he beat Austin Trout. And I felt like it was a good performance, not a great performance, but Terrell Gausha was a guy that he's talented, but he's not special. And I felt like that would have been a good matchup for J-Rock. So now, Terrell Gausha is now in the main event against Erickson the Hammer Lubin. And that's good for Terrell Gausha to get another main event, because the last time he was in a main event, it was against Landy Lara, and that fight didn't go well for him. And I felt like he beat Austin Trout, so I do feel like he deserved a bigger opportunity than Austin Trout, and getting Erickson Lubin is that opportunity. Now with Erickson Lubin, he was rumored to fight like two other people, but he was supposed to have been the co-main on an Adrian Broner card, and I guess they have different plans for AB, not Antonio Brown, but Adrian Broner, and I guess they're gonna do some moving around, some shifting, do what what Al Heyman and PBC do. But for Erickson Lubin and Terrell Gausha to get a main event, I think this is great for both guys. Think is a really, really good style matchup, and it's another barometer to see how close Erickson Lubin is to getting another title fight. Now, the one thing that I would like for people to do is to evaluate Erickson Lubin in terms of what he's been doing lately. I think as fans, like, when a guy loses by knockout, it's like we bring it up every single time his name comes up for the rest of his career. Like, allow that person to rebuild. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what happened to Erickson Lubin versus Jermell Charlo, it happened. It's boxing. Sometimes those things happen, and people made their comments and their statements about Erickson Lubin at that particular time. I had my own comments and opinions on the situation when it happened. But when you see a guy working, when you see a guy grinding, when you see a guy trying to get back to where he feel like he should be, which Erickson Lubin has been doing by switching trainers. He's with Kevin Cunningham. He got a big victory over Ishe Smith. It doesn't matter where you think Ishe Smith was in his career at that particular time. Erickson Lubin got him up out of there, and nobody gets Ishe Smith up out of there. So that was a good victory for him. And you could just tell that the kid working. You could just tell he's a good kid. You could tell he's just working. He's confident in himself, confident in his abilities, and he had a setback, and he got back on his feet and just got back working. And the reason I can respect Erickson Lubin is strictly because Julian J. Rock Williams had to go through the same thing. He went through the same thing with Jamal Charlo and came back, and now he the king. He the king at 154. You know what I'm saying? And I think Erickson Lubin can do the exact same thing and rebound the exact same way. I think Erickson Lubin is going to be a champion. Absolutely. So this is another stepping stone for Erickson Lubin, but this is a tough test. It's a tough test. Terrell Gausha is nothing to sneeze at. Very solid guy. Very solid guy. When I watch Terrell Gausha, I just don't see special. You know what I'm saying? I do see some special in Erickson Lubin. I just don't see special in Terrell Gausha. But that does not mean that Terrell Gausha cannot win this fight. Terrell Gausha can win this fight, and I'm definitely going to break down some film and do a breakdown and prediction video. Hopefully, I'll be in the building because I did apply for media credentials for this fight. Hopefully, I'll be granted the opportunity. That'll be big for me, big for the channel, big for the G5 Jeff TV family. So hopefully, that'll be able to happen. But this is a really good fight. This is a tricky fight for Erickson Lubin. So big shout out to Erickson Lubin for even taking this fight. I think he could have went a different route with a different opponent that might have had a better style for him. So for him to take this fight, this is a true test in terms of where Erickson Lubin is in his progression, just in terms of his career, period. And I'm just looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this fight. I think this is a really good fight, and both guys do deserve a main event opportunity. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.